Welcome to the Black Light Project. Come on and step into our black light, and we gon' shine our lights bright. Our black light project.
What's good, y'all? I'm here at Trax Coffee House in the heart of Rocky Mount. It's actually downtown in Station Square. I'm coming in here to get some coffee, link up with my brother Brad, and just have a quick conversation real quick.
Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to Trax Coffee Bar. Can I get you anything?
Yeah, let me just get a mocha latte, please.
Mocha latte?
Yeah. What's up, bro?
What up, Brad? How you? I'm good, man. How you living?
I'm good, man. Can't complain.
I feel you.
What you got going on today?
Nothing, chilling, about to grab some coffee, and then we can sit down and have a convo if you up for it.
All right, that'll work. I'm gonna grab a seat over here, man.
All right, appreciate
Hey,
it.
man, what can I grab?
Can I just get an all black coffee with a little bit of almond milk?
Gotcha.
I appreciate it. So what's good, bro? Appreciate you coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we last linked up.
Yeah, man.
But I see you like brought your bag out here.
Oh yeah, I brought it with me because I got a photo shoot later today. I've been doing some holiday photography for families, and just to kind of stay more safe, I guess, I've been promoting like in-home family holiday shoots. So kind of like getting out of going to just all these different locations where people might not are being safe. Just do it at your own house. It'll be more organic. It'll flow better. So it's been really catchy. People like it. So I got to go to Night Deal and do one later. So
okay. So how does that how does creativity specifically work with the photography industry? Because it's more so like the person is bringing their outfits, they're bringing their thing, but you have to like capture it in a way that like makes it creative.
It varies. So either you're going to be working with the client who knows what they want in detail, or you're going to have a client who has an idea and they trust your level of creativity based off your portfolio, things they've seen, to gauge what kind of shoot they're going to want.
That's dope. So now, you mentioned like just you being a creative individual in general, and it just made me think about your current girlfriend Special and how she like actually does a lot of like makeup and videos and stuff like that. In regards to like her being creative as well.
Right.
Did you always look for a creative woman, or did God just bless you with a woman that's just as creative as you are?
I think that was just a perk of the situation. For me, I just knew like what I needed in somebody to do life with, in just terms of like my accountability as a man, and just being able to embody who or more I need to be and who God wants me to be in that qualification. But just the fact that she does engage in those things is fun. We're like, there's situations where our creativity can like collaborate, or she'll offer me feedback on certain things, I can offer her feedback on certain things. She still is kind of like embracing her creativity, so sometimes if I give her feedback, she's kind of like sensitive about it. So I have to be mindful of like how frequently and how often I give her feedback, but it's all for the best. Like, she knows I'm saying nothing with like an ill will. It's just more to like challenge her to continue to grow, because that's how relationships should be, constantly challenging your partner to be better. So I think that's super important.
Yeah. And you've been a person for me, specifically because we're like close friends, that I always go to for like relationship advice, or advice about the steps that I should take in regards to relationships or love, and my future. So my question to you would be, like I know your story with you and Special, but how specifically do you know that like it's working with y'all, that the love is there, and like y'all have goals for marriage and buying homes, and like just the typical, we're dating, we move, like we do those steps. So like what guarantees you like your love?
I think for me, like, communication is my biggest thing, and I told her from like jump, like, I do foresee us being more than friends at some point, but like I know what I want for my future. And I was like, I want to be a husband, I want to be a father. Like, so if those are things that you don't want to pursue, then maybe we don't need to take it that far. You know what I mean? We can be friends or whatever. But that was something that she was interested in happening too, because that's a big goal for her life. You know what I mean? To be a wife and a mother. So just simple connections like that made everything kind of flow well. And you know, really, like I said, communication, man. Even when we don't see eye to eye, we know how to communicate in love. So it's like I always say, like, it's focusing on the issue and not the person, because the issue is what's causing the disagreement, not the person themselves.
And I always hear about this like love languages thing, and how you need to know your love languages before you get into a relationship, and you need to know your partners if you're in a relationship, because that'll benefit it'll benefit both of you all.
Yeah.
Do you think that plays a role in relationships, or do you think that's just like
I feel
the
like
fad?
I feel like it does. I think love languages are like the overarching narrative, and like the behaviors and acts are like in the umbrella. So like for me, my top 2 love languages are quality time and words of affirmation. And so for me, I think most men would be willing to admit that they like to be affirmed. And it's not like giving me a pat on the back or like super commending me. It's more so like, I see you. Like that's all I need to know. Like if I can hear you say that you see me, and that you see that I'm working hard, and that I'm trying to like put us in a position to do well and win in life, like that's all I care about. That's gonna be all the motivation I need to keep going. As far as quality time, like I'm big on moments, and like me and my girlfriend, we're just committed to creating new traditions together, new life experience together. So we've had a lot of firsts together, from like having our first like couples hike and things like that. But we just want to create moments. So like quality time is important. That gives us time to talk, time to do things together, and just to figure out how we want to continue to strategize and move up, you know, our ladder in life. So, but I think also, although we look at love languages like romantically, I think on a bigger scale, you can use love languages for like your everyday relationships, right? So like for me, like I said, my top 2 are quality time and words of affirmation, is because that's how I was raised by my mom and dad. You know what I mean? And I know like I speak of my dad a lot because me and him spent a lot of like quality time together. That's like the best word I can use to describe our father-son relationship. Because my dad was kind of like an on-the-go father all the time, like working in the funeral industry, like even though he worked full-time at one specific funeral home, he still did embalming for others. So like I will always look forward to him, which is kind of sad to say it this way, but I would look forward to him getting like death calls, because that meant we could have time
Y'all get to
together.
spend time together.
It's a crazy way to put
It's
it.
like I
but
wish somebody died.
yeah,
Like,
not really what I meant, but you know what I meant.
so you said you met me at this party, right?
Or you at a party, or here at the Mills. One of the two.
And I was super like loud and eccentric, and
Yeah, because that's what you are.
facts. So then I'm like, okay, you know KB, I know KB, we cool peoples, all that stuff. And
Yep.
then like we found out about Black Light Project.
Yes.
And the interesting thing about Black Light Project is that like you actually were chosen for like one of the banners.
I was.
I wasn't. Teardrop. It's all good, all love and stuff. But it's funny too on top of that because of where your banner was placed.
Yeah.
And why do you think it was funny where your banner was placed?
I think it's funny because I get to see my face every day, and everybody sees my face. My coworkers are like, yeah, he's here.
Oh yeah, even when you're not here, you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Spirit and physically.
So we're gonna transition kind of into that.
All right.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about like your marriage, because you're not even on year 1 yet, are you?
We are on year 1. We're now in year 2.
Okay, so I'm a little behind.
You're behind.
I'm sorry.
You're behind.
Some friend, I guess.
Catch up.
Right. So, like, how would you then describe love? Like, what does love mean to you?
Love is a very interesting concept, topic, thing, where love has so many dimensions. I think that love has the dimension, like the very philosophical dimension, but then the very physical dimension. And I feel like with love, for me, I see love as an action, as a verb. It's something that you do for other people, to other people, for yourself, to yourself. Love is this action that you continue doing. And so you don't necessarily have to feel love for something to be in love or to love that thing.
So you've mentioned love, and we've been talking about love a little bit, and it reminded me of something that like my mother, or a book my mother, like, I wouldn't say she forced me to read, but she influenced me into reading when I became an adult. And it was this book called, I think it's like the 5 love languages.
Okay.
Or like the love languages of your heart.
I've heard of this.
Something like that,
Yeah.
Can't remember the author's name. I mix up books and authors and stuff. I more so like look at the message.
Gotcha.
But I know this book was talking about how like there are these different components and aspects to like love, and how certain people receive love differently, certain people give love differently.
Yep.
All of that. Have you done the test?
There is a test, and I have done it.
Okay.
So it was like, they broke it down, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's not what I thought I was at all, but I guess I am. No, so it was like 30% quality time, and then 27% acts of service. So similar to
So they
you.
almost like right in line.
Yeah, right in line. I know that showing love through even my explanation was just like acting, service, being there for people. I love talking with people, so receiving, there's another thing, words of affirmation is a part of the 5 love languages. I love getting words of affirmation. That helps me receive the energy and the encouragement that I need to go and give love to people.
Yeah.
And as you said, love is very interesting in that some people receive it in one way, other people receive it in a different way. And it's just like figuring out what language people are speaking in is really awesome.
So the way I wrap up these episodes is I actually pose and I always say interviewee, or it's also the, I can't think of the word for it, but basically
Person sitting in a chair.
Yeah, you on the hot spot, the hot seat. That's
okay.
something like that. But I have these 4 questions that I tend to choose from and pick from. It's sort of like the hot seat question or whatever.
All right.
And I have one for you today.
Hit me.
Okay, here we go. So basically the question is going to be, if you could, or if you were to go throughout your life and you could only pick one thing that you could live with. So this is one thing that you cannot live without.
Gotcha.
What would that one thing be?
That I cannot live without.
You
The
cannot
one
live without.
thing.
Yeah, and it can't be your wife.
Well, I'm gonna say the cheesy answer.
It's your wife.
It's love.
It's I didn't
Can't go
anticipate
through this life without love, because if you're not giving it and you're not receiving it, you're just gonna wither up and hurt, and you're gonna hurt other people. So love is something that we all need, and we all need to be pushing it on each other to the nth degree.
What is that? What was that?
The
Tongues? or
nth
something?
degree.
The nth degree.
There,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But doing it
variable of
the,
X.
the appropriate way, like a true love, not a lustful love. So I feel like you can't live without love.
It is interesting, and I think it's a part of like just the human journey is learning how to like grow in love and learning how to show love to people even when they're like not showing that love to you,
Yep.
or they're giving you negativity, and learning how to, instead of responding to their negative energy with more negative energy or letting it breed negative energy in you responding positively and out of love and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I think it's dope.
And along those lines, I think that the truest form of love would be unconditional. So even when you're not receiving love, being able to give love, that's the truest form of love. Giving it without hoping to receive it back. It's just, this is something I'm giving to you. It's a gift. Please enjoy.
That sounds like Jesus.
I mean, he was a great guy, so I've heard.
That's what I heard too, man. All right, so I appreciate you guys again for coming out and checking out another episode with the Black Light Project. I definitely appreciate Yannick coming out and just increasing my perspective on like what's really needed in life. We got Hot Fly sitting right there. I love me a good IPA, so I think we about to go and get us a couple beers.
Why not?
Right?
Let's go.
All right.